Good morning everyone, this is Silverwolf, and today we're going to be looking at the Furby Timeline, which is all the Furbies from the 90s to the present. I thought it would be quite interesting now that I've got the 2005/2006 Furby to go with them. So let's get started with the shoutouts. Today they go to Sister Location Dude, Game Tree Airs, Bob Skis, Sparkle Pro Girl, Mr. Bread, Suicidal Player, Samantha the Demon Fox, Bebo, Arbe and Bebe the Furby Kinects, Angelina Sotoplaya, Layla Loves Hatchimals, Lackland Vlogs and Games, Blue Yoshi 64, Savannah Reed, Cookie Cats Fanatics New Account, Elena Padilla, The Furby King, Debbie Ingold, Emily Conley, Mason Cox, Ivan Kuzmanovic, hope I've got that pronounced correctly, sorry Ivan, Virtuato SFM, Spears Does Games YT, Mioz Mitty, Pokemon Pro, DJ Harry X27, Football Zombie Gamer, Pikachu Boy, I Am a Bro, Taylor Khan, Campy the Bunny, Me and Toys, Pizza Time Theatre TV, and the Hairy Potato. And I hope you're all having a good week. Well, the week's just begun, so I hope you will have a good week. I know I'm going to be working and travelling a lot, so it's going to be a bit stressful for a couple of days for me, but I hope everyone else will have a good one. Anyway, here we go with the Furby Timeline. So, Furbies were originally owned by Tiger Electronics, and they bought out the 90s Furbies. They came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. They came out in a variety of colours, most of them were natural. They also bought out baby versions of them as well, which I haven't pictured here. So we have more natural colours. They came out with a variety of brighter colours too. And these Furbies were a massive hit. They were really, really big, and they sold out very quickly in toy stores. They were very eagerly sought after, and they were huge. They were a real phenomenon, and I think it's probably because they were one of the first toys really of their kind to come out, with all the interaction and things like that. So Tiger Electronics decided to bring Furby back for 2005/2006 with these ones here. Now, they came out originally in a variety of fairly normal colours. In 2006, for a few months, they did a run of Funky Furbies, which were more bright colours, like the one here. They didn't do very well, unfortunately, and I read it's because the Furry All Friends were also released at that time, and they were more popular. And also, you can't get over it. Some people think they're cute, but other people think they're really quite spooky and a bit creepy. Now I have one, I find that he's actually quite cute, but because they look so dramatically different from the original Furbies, that might have been another factor into why they weren't very popular. So from 2006 to 2012 there were no Furbies, and Tiger Electronics sold the rights of Furby to Hasbro, who then bought out the Furby 2012. Furby 2012 features light up LED eyes, just in black and white, and has more of a movement, as in it can bend and move, and it's less static than the original Furbies. They went away from the more organic looking 2005/2006 Furbies and went into sort of back to the original 90s Furbies, but with a modern twist. So they brought these ones out in brighter colours. They sort of moved away from the more natural Furby colours and decided to bring them out in bright colours. So here pictured is Potato. And after that, the year later, 2013, they came out with the Furby Boom. Now the 2012 Furby had an app that you could download and get it to interact with. It was quite basic. The Furby Boom was the first Furby to come out where you could hatch Furblings on the app. So with the Furby Boom, it also had the idea that you could collect and hatch all these cute little Furblings and they could all live in a city together, which was really cool. So that was a new thing that came out. So instead of having an actual Furby baby, which came out for these two, the baby versions of them, these ones here, the babies seem to be virtual. And I know a lot of people would like to see a proper Furby baby again. I don't know if we will, or whether it will just be the Furblings on the app. So the next year, and I'll pick this one up to add because my table wasn't long enough for all of them, we have the Furby Boom Crystal series. Now the Furby Boom Crystal series, the colours of these are some of my favourites because I absolutely adore bright colours. Again, it was similar to the Furby Boom. The Furby 2012 had changing personalities, which of course was different to the original Furbies with just one personality. With the Furby Boom and the Furby Crystal, which both had the same memory chip in them, the personalities, again, 5 different personalities, but they were different to the Furby 2012. So depending on how you interacted with them, they would come out with different phrases, different personalities and things like that. So really, for the Furby Crystal, they gave the outer body a whole new look, but they kept the same processing chip inside, so the personalities and that remained the same. I personally really like the Furby Crystals because I really like the bright colours. And that was in 2015. In 2016, was it 12, 13, 14? No, it's 2014, sorry. So we've got Furby 2012, 2013 Furby Boom, 2014 Furby Boom Crystal series, 2015 Furbacker. Furbacker was made to promote the Star Wars film, and he has one personality. It's like Chewbacca from Star Wars, and I suppose I would liken him to the Gizmo Furby that they released back in the late 90s, early 2000s, because he is that sort of Furby. Furbacker also reminds me a little bit of the Furbies they did in the 90s that had accessories, because so far Furbacker is the only Furby that has been recently released that has an accessory, and he's got his ammo belt there and his bag. The bag, unfortunately, is it's hollow. There's nothing the other side of it, but it's still a nice idea, and he's also really soft. So that year they didn't release Furbies in different colours. All they released was Furbacker, and he had the same sort of look as the Furbies from 2012 onwards. So we head over to last year when we had the Furby Kinect released. Just pop him up there. And the Furby Kinect, released in 2016, is probably the most advanced, well, it is the most advanced Furby of them all. They took the app idea and they decided to make it even more interactable with the app. So they changed the app up. Instead of collecting the Furblings and having them all live in a city, now they live in their own little town, which is pretty neat. And they seem to have like special abilities and stuff like that, and you can collect them all as with the others. And I think there's about 79 to collect at the moment. Whether there'll be any more released or not, I'm not sure. Also with the Furby Kinect, Hasbro went slightly back towards the earlier Furbies and only gave it one personality, which I personally think is pretty good. Although the other personalities were pretty fun, it gives me a feeling of nostalgia as well, going back. Now, looking at the earliest Furby, it started off talking Furbish, and you had to quote-unquote teach it English. Now, they did just learn the English anyway, through interaction, whereas the newest Furbies all speak with a mixture of Furbish and English, and there's no teaching involved. I think it does take away a little bit of the fun, but overall it's nice to have them knowing a bit of English so that people know what they're talking about as well. I'll just move all these up a bit so that he fits in. So there they are, all the Furbies from each timeline, and they started off pretty small in all honesty in the 90s. The largest one is the early 2000s one, or mid 2000s one, and then all the others seem to be around the same sort of size. Again, they've kept on with the bright colours with the Furby Kinect. And I don't know what Furby's going to hold for us in the future. Hopefully it'll be more innovation and more excitement and, well, more Furbies. So I hope you enjoyed my little rundown of the different Furbies and the Furby timeline, and I will see you in the next video. This is Silver signing off. Bye everyone!